Well, there are a number of moving factors in agriculture today, from market volatility, fluctuating input costs. It can all have a ripple effect on farmland market trends. Accredited farm manager Chad Hertz joins us now to review the latest movements that he's seeing. Chad, thank you for being here. Let's start with what you've seen change in the market, say in the last several years, that you think are really going to have an impact on the next few years ahead.
Yeah, the land market has been moving steadily. You go back 3 to 4 years ago, and everything was a big tailwind. We had cash in the system from trying to spur the economy for COVID. We had, then we hit the Russian-Ukraine invasion, and we had a spike. We lost growing area, so that was good for commodity prices, and it started to put a structural impact on fertilizer. We're seeing that play now through. We had a shock with the Iranian conflict, but that didn't change our growing supply areas, but it still increases our structural internal costs. So this inflation piece, land is a good inflation hedge, but it's impacting the farmer's ability to generate income when we haven't had the corresponding spike in prices. So big change from the last 3 or 4 years is that we've still been producing. The crop demand has decreased, so the prices have decreased, but our costs never adjusted lower. We're still working through that. So that's putting some downward pressure on it, but we still have a balance because people are well-heeled and not selling that much, so we don't have a huge supply of land coming out of the market.
Yeah, well, farm economy, obviously, all of this a ripple effect into how producers make their money. Let's say that maybe geopolitical events start to cool and start to ease, and those fertilizer prices start to balance. So what really are you going to be looking at that would move this land market up or down from here?
You said quite a bit of that. A little more predictability and stability in the geopolitics. Demand is starting to increase. I don't know that we're ready yet for China to come back and be a big buyer, but as the global economy improves, we keep consuming protein and meat. That's a demand for crops. If we can keep things somewhat predictable and steady in the supply chain, maybe people can take some of that risk premium out of the fertilizer prices. Remarkably, land is held strong and demand has been pretty steady. It's been more of a too much produced issue in a lot of ways. So we get past some of these things, there's some reasons to be optimistic in the land market. We really haven't had major decrease in land values, even though there's been these challenges.
Yeah, land definitely holds value, that is for sure. Chad, always a pleasure. Thanks for all your analysis. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Chad Hertz with the American Society of Farm Managers and Rural Appraisers.